Hello everybody, my name's William Fain and today I'm going to be going over my conflict presentation. So just to kind of describe the conflict, it happened at my work, and it was where I teach water aerobics mainly on Fridays, but normally throughout the day I have 3 to 5 classes. And a couple weeks ago, our hot tub, one of the parts went out on the boiler, so the hot tub hasn't been able to be used. And even at times the pool boiler, it just kind of varies on that temperature there. So a lot of our members have been quite upset with, the fluctuating temperatures and not being able to use the hot tub or anything like that. And so for that, I kind of want to say just of that aspect, it was more of a task conflict, because once I gave the information that was given to me by my supervisors about how the part has been ordered for the hot tub, we just have to wait for it to come in and then they'll be able to fix it. They'll replace the part and everything will be running smoothly again. But I think a lot of our members kind of saw that as an excuse that I was just giving them. And after that, the conflict kind of went more into of a relational one, because they started to kind of go that, well, no one really takes care of this place. Nobody treats all of us with, the same respect or anything. None of the classes have been challenging. And personally, I did kind of take offense to that, because before this, I haven't had any issues with any of the classes that I taught. And so I was kind of curious as to why now all of a sudden the classes weren't challenging and people didn't want to come on certain days. And so I think for those reasons that they were task and relational. So I think just the style of the parties, many of our members kind of had that linebacker mentality. They kind of had that aggressive body language, seeing different excuses. So it kind of made them kind of puff up their chest a little bit more and try to talk over people like that. And I think at first I kind of don't want to be that general manager, listen to what the members were saying, having an open mind, seeing if there were things that I could change about my class personally, that, take some different workouts out, put some different ones in, kind of see where people were at, what were their interests of that sort of nature. But once they went to that relational conflict, I went more of the linebacker style, like, hey, my way or the highway, like, this is how it's going to be. I'm not changing this, things of that nature. So I really think the best style would have been a little bit of a mixture. I think it would have been better to have that linebacker mentality instead of the general manager at first, when it was only about the hot tub. That way it could have just been straight, cut and clear, like, hey, the part ordered, there's nothing we can do. If you have any questions, I will get my supervisor's office number or her email, whichever one you would rather contact, and then just kind of have it at that, so then I could go along with my class once that was finished. And so the primary issues, positions, and interest, I think really that primary issue was just the hot tub in general and how it hasn't been working properly as it should. And so the position of our members was really just to gather more information of why it wasn't getting fixed right now, or any kind of timeline update. And my position was really just trying to give the information that I had for a timeline, anything of that nature. And the interest would really just be, our members are paying that monthly fee to come and use all our facilities, and the interest is that they want to get everything they are paying for, which includes that hot tub and great water aerobics classes just as well. And so I think that would be their primary interest as well. So that the hot button issue and the underlying interest, I think it's just kind of, the keeping care and respect for our members is what really got a lot of them upset. How, different days the pool's different temperatures, or sometimes we don't have enough towels for all of our members. Just, little things like that. And then I think it just kind of built up to a certain point where that was kind of it, and they had to let off some steam, of that nature. Some things that I wish would have been done differently in the mediation stage is, I wish, just kind of from the gun, I would have, given out my supervisor's office number and her email That way it wouldn't have, kind of been on me to just go, hey, it is what it is. That's just how it is. I probably could have handled it better that way and be more open-minded of what the members' actual issues were. And then I could have even relayed those to my supervisors. But I think it would have been beneficial as well to also give out that email and number beforehand. That way, the rest of the classes would have been gone over smoothly, no issues or anything after that. A few other things would have been, maybe I could have, shown people the boiler and how we can't even turn it on because of the part that we're missing. I could have let people go into that back room to kind of see where everything was at. But at the same time, I don't know how great that would have been on my part as well, seeing how it's only staff that are able to go back there. Some of the things that were done well, I think it would have been how, just for the class perspective that I was, being a general manager, just trying to kind of see what members kind of wanted different workouts incorporated into the class, because every class is kind of different depending on who does show up, and you kind of see who shows up for what class and the level of fitness for each class. So I think it is beneficial to change classes towards who you do have coming in. And then I think another thing that was done pretty well was just kind of afterwards, the level of respect that we kind of had for each other, as in me and the members. I think since I kind of, towards the end there of that conflict, I had that linebacker mentality of, hey, this is how it is. I think it, standing my ground on that point, it kind of made them realize, like, oh, well, he's really not just giving us excuses. He's giving us the same information that he is getting. So I think, after that, we've been able to have a more open-minded type of relationship with each other, me and most of our members, which I think in the long run will be a very beneficial thing, with keeping in mind of who likes to have what different workouts with their classes and everything of that nature. Thank you guys so much. This was my conflict presentation.